Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of my 5-part series, the Cotton Sprout Worsted Motif Blanket. We are on the second square that I'm going to show you, which is the V square. And if you watched my first video, the plain square, you know that we went over the chart a little bit and we talked about all of these stitches. So these are the same stitches that are on the other chart, so you should know them. And the other thing that's the same is we started this square off exactly the same as we did the plain square. We made a magic ring, and then we made a chain of 3 and worked these 3 double crochet groups all around. So that's what we have here for round 1. It's going to be exactly the same as the plain square. So let's just move right on to round 2. And I'll start with a chain of 3 and then a double crochet into that single crochet, which you should also be familiar with. So 1, 2, 3. And then a double crochet right into that single crochet. I kind of go into just kind of go in from the front and make a double crochet. Now here's where things change a little bit. Instead of making another double crochet into that first chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, I'm going to make a chain of 1, and then I'm going to skip that stitch and then make a double crochet into the next stitch, which is the center double crochet of the 3 double crochet group, and then you'll chain 1 and skip that stitch, skip that next stitch. So we're kind of making sort of more of a lacy type look. So chain 1, we're skipping this one, which is the first double crochet of the 3 double crochet group, and it's the chain 3. And then we're working our stitch into this next stitch, which is the center one. And then I'm chaining 1, and you'll skip this stitch. And then you'll head right over to the corner. So 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets for your corner. Okay, now back to the chart. I'm back around on this side, and I'm basically doing the same thing. I'm going to chain 1, skip a double crochet, chain 1, skip a double crochet, and make a corner, and then you're just going to repeat that all the way around. So let's do that now. At the end of round 2, you're just gonna chain 1, skip that last double crochet, which I have here, my chain 1, skip that one, and then we're just gonna complete that partial corner by working the 2 double crochets into the chain 1 space, chain 1, and single crochet join. So right into here, my 2 double crochets to complete my corner, chain 1, and single crochet join into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3. Nice. So that was round 2 of the V square. Let's head on to round 3. Chain up 3 and work that double crochet into the single crochet. It's getting kind of familiar now. We've done this quite a few times, so it should get easier as we move along. Now we have another chain 1 and skip the chain 3, which is the first double crochet. So chain 1, skip that stitch, and make a double crochet into the next stitch. Remember, that one gets a little distorted, so just remember where that is. Okay, so we chain 1, skip 1. Now if you look at your chart, we have 5 double crochets here. So we have one going into a double crochet, and we have one going into a chain 1 space. So you're just going to work that across the side until you get to the last double crochet before the corner, and you'll chain 1 and skip 1 just like you did here, and then work a corner. So let's do that. Here's a chain 1 space, double crochet right into that chain one space, double crochet into the double crochet, double crochet into the next chain one space, and double crochet into the last double crochet before the corner. So here's one more, chain one, skip that one, and proceed to the corner. And then we're just going to do that all the way around the square for round 3. Now you're back around at the end of round 3, so we should have one double crochet left before our corner, and I'm going to chain 1, skip that double crochet, and then work my last part of my corner. So chain 1, skip this one, and work those 2 double crochets to complete the corner. Chain 1 and single crochet, join. Great, on to round 4. We start out the same, chain up 3, double crochet into the single crochet, chain 1, skip the first double crochet, and work double crochets into all of the double crochets as well as into the chain 1 spaces. So let's do that. And it's always a good idea to do a quick count here. So let's say in between the corner here and the corner here, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now if I go to my chart, in between these 2 chain one spaces, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets. So you know that way you know you're on the right track. And then you're just going to continue doing that all the way around, working the double crochets into the chain 1 spaces, doing a chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and making a corner. Now at the end of round 4, we will chain 1, skip the last double crochet, and work the partial corner. So chain 1, skip this stitch here, and go right into that chain 1 space to complete the last corner of the round with 2 double crochets, chain 1, and a single crochet in the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3 to join. Now for rows 5, 6, and 7, you'll pretty much do the same thing. Do that chain 1, skip that first stitch, and then on your next round, you work the double crochet into that chain 1 space. And when you're finished with that, it'll look something like this. This is how mine looks in one of the multicolors. So you can see it looks really beautiful. The colors just kind of expand out like this. It does look a little different if you do it in a solid color. You're going to see more of the sort of lace work. So make 6 V squares for your blanket, and then meet me back here for the 3rd part of our series, and we're going to talk about the mesh square. See you then.